It is, okay, I may say we have 3 teams that are taking over the greater northern Uganda. One team is in West Nile, which is headed by the principal policy analyst and an economist, and another team is in Acholi, headed by the assistant director and the principal secretary, administrative secretary, the PAS, and me speaking, plus my deputy director. We are in Lango. The reason why we are here, we came to look at the government promises, like kind of the projects that the governments are implementing. And specifically, when we reached in Lango, my deputy director said we could go and visit the beneficiaries, the 1 million beneficiaries, instead of going to the circle as we used to do. We used to go to the circle, they could parade a lot of members, and they said that these members got and this one didn't get. By this time, our entry point was in the RDC's office. From the RDC's office, that's basically where we had some brief, a chat, and why we were here. And then the RDCs, they had to take us into the beneficiary, including the PDM focal point person, who is it the production? So in some case, in some district, they are production, other district, the commercial officers. They took us through, and then we met some individuals who received the money, the 1 million. And this 1 million, it has caused, how can I say, PDM is kind of a magic bullet, if I may call, because we met a young boy who got 1 million. That was in Kwenya district. Kwenya district. This boy, he got 1 million. He purchased a cow, and then that was 800 for that cow, and then he used the 200. He invested it into farming. That was agriculture. And then, as I speak now, when we went to check on him, the cow had given birth. He had a calf, and then in agriculture he went into maize, and of which he was selling it to the veterans. And this boy, I hear the dad was one time a serving soldier who passed on. He's an orphan, but still there is okay, there's the way those veterans help each other, the family of their fellow colleagues. So they bought the maize from the boy, and actually the boy made, from the 200 he invested, he got 1.4. If you calculate, his million has so far made a lot of profits, and that was the kind of progress we wanted to see on each and every person who took that 1 million. And then we went to another lady, still in the same district. This lady got 1 million, purchased some piggery, and then he is into piggery and poultry plus farming. But if you look at the kind of stock she's having, it is more than 1 million. And she was saying for her, she's ready even to pay back the 1 million because she has already received the what? Capital, the seed capital, and the capital has made profits. And in Lira city, we also visited one young promising man. Though this man got 1 million, also his project was piggery, but in that 1 million, as soon as he had bought the pigs, then the thieves came in and they stole all the pigs. But luckily enough, he had left some money. He had not invested all the money into piggery. And now that money he diverted into agriculture. And this boy is also doing well. We covered Atis's story this morning. And we thank government for having thought of the 39%. And these people, at least they are doing well. Thank you.
Now, if we may ask you, there were categories for people to benefit this money.
The groups which we internalized and checked, we saw the women groups. Women groups are performing superb. They are doing so well. And then the youth also these days, they are also doing well. But we got, for example, in the city, they said now the challenges with disability. Okay, you know, we all know how this disability, okay, our colleagues who are disabled, the kind of hardship they go through. But they say there's still some challenge, but they are also picking up. Basically, it is the women who are doing well in general.
Are there some of the things that comments maybe you got from those beneficiaries that maybe can interest you as the government representative who had been assigned the duty to monitor these projects? Did you get some comments from these people? What are some of the common comments you got?
Okay, if I may start from the leadership, the kind of comments we received from the leadership, I mean the RDC's office and then the political leaders who monitors this kind of project, they said they have faced it difficult, that there's an app whereby money comes straight to the phone, and it is 100 million, and you find that 100 million is on this phone, the Kabiriti, if I may call. So this phone, now the chair, he has more power than anyone. I mean the executive of the circle, the chair, the treasury, and the rest. You find, before giving you the money, they also want kind of kickback, which is bad. And another comment we received, that again you find even this, like chasing them, okay, like removing them from office. It is a bit, the process is hard. It is not easy. But as the government, we advised them, as we go back, we want to sit with our fellow colleagues in the Ministry of Trade and Cooperative, most particularly the Department of Cooperative, the Register of Cooperative, to see how we can harmonize the process of appointing and removal. Because we are told, even if they hold a special general meeting, these people are already signatory to the bank accounts, which makes it a bit hard. But that one, a solution can be found, and a solution will be found, and everything. This program is here to stay. It is not a 1 year's program. And government want to see its citizen, that population, the 39%, which used to work for what? For charm, that is for stomach, that they want them to have some money with them. That's the reason why the PDM came. So anyone who tampers with PDM is playing with fire. PDM is there to stay.
Yeah. In the recent report, we saw that Kwanya district emerged second among the best districts in the country. What is unique about Kwanya that you have seen that other districts in this sub-region can copy?
Actually, in Kwanya district, what I saw, there is what they call cooperation. You find the RDC working hand in hand with the with the technocrat. I guess I'm audible. Yes. You find the RDC is working hand in hand with the cooperative and monitoring the government project. RDC has been handy. You could go on checking all these projects, the Myoga, the PDM, all the service delivery projects is ever available. I'm not saying that it's the only one. All the RDCs do the same, but what I mean, where we normally get it off, sometimes, you know, there's the commercial officers. In some district, commercial officers, they also behave like what? Small kings, which is not the case with Kwanya. Kwanya, everyone is working as a family. And I enjoyed seeing them, and when they took us to those projects, you could see there is a good cooperation in that.
What has been your experience with the beneficiaries in the rural settings and those in the urban setting?
Urban setting, it is a bit tricky because the boy we visited here in the city, he told me that immediately he had got the money and he had purchased his piggery, then the robbers, the thieves came and stole everything. They took everything, and which is not the case with the rural setting. In the rural setting, majority of the people we found in the rural setting, they are into farming. Though in farming, we depend on weather if the season is okay, you can get something. Now the lady before we visited, she said the season was bad, but still she got something. She invested her 1 million into maize. Like she didn't have land, she hired land that was 3 acres, and then she didn't have land, she hired some land 3 acres, and then she also put some money into piggery. But after hiring the land, she planted maize, and out of that she got 12 bags. That's what she was telling me. That she used to just farm a bit for the stomach. That was subsistence farming. But nowadays, after PDM, she got 13 bags. She reserved 3 bags for her what? For her consumption, and then she sold 10. And out of the 10 bags, she got 700. And you could see 700 as something which was okay, though the season was not good. But even her pigs were also there. We saw them. Yeah.
With all this, your findings, what would you advise other Ugandans who had probably been fearing to join the circle groups for them to benefit from the PDM, thinking this was just a government holocaust or something? What would you advise with this experience you have seen from the beneficiaries? How would you advise other Ugandans who have not yet benefited from this?
Actually, if I may say, we, including me, Ugandans, we believe by seeing. Yeah, most Ugandans believe by seeing. And if I may look at what I could advise, we could start carrying out kind of benchmarking within the circles. You get some successful individuals who have gotten this money, and they are from level 1 or they are up to level 4. From 1 to 4, you take them around, and then like you sensitize them, sensitizing themselves. You know, once a Ugandan see, he will say, yeah, at least this one works. But not only PDM, let me talk about also the other projects. Here in Lango, we took a road, we were driven in this road called Acholi Bar, this one which connects to Chitugum. This is Kwanya Road.
Kwanya Road?
Yes.
Aduhu Road.
Yes. When you are going to Kwanya.
That is Aduha Patch Road.
Aduha Patch Road, which is under construction. And that road goes up to Chitugum. If you look at the kind of investment which the government has put in such, no, even a layman can see that the government is doing something. Not only PDM, but okay, yes, even the PDM, you know, this PDM, we wanted household to be empowered financially and economically active. That's why the government, most especially our beloved president, His Excellency, the President Yoweri Museveni, that's why he came up with this kind of program, that is the PDM. Yeah, to see that all Ugandans are empowered.
As media, we have been receiving a number of allegations that some officials in this PDM, especially those who are handling it at the district and the sub-county levels, they have been soliciting some money from the beneficiaries up to the tune of 30,000, some even go up to 200,000. What message would you have for such people?
Actually, you know, whenever there are good crops, there are also bad crops. So, my prayer is we have the law which is going to take them up. And on top of that, when we were starting this interview, I told you PDM is a magic bullet. Whoever plays with it is playing with fire. And I know they have been arresting such Ugandans who have been tapping their hands into PDM money. And then, the hard thing now, it has come from the what? From at first, they used to say the commercial officers. Now it has come to the circle leadership within. And this circle leadership, you remember, a circle is member-owned, member-formed, and member-driven. And they all know themselves within. So now, if I see you, my brother John, as a chairman, you are busy like eating up the PDM money. and the rest are not receiving. So it becomes hard. That's why I was saying the Cooperative Act, we need to sit down and then we get some advice from our fellow colleagues from that side of cooperative, such that we see how, if the process of appointing these people through the special general meeting can be fast-tracked, we'll appoint and disappoint. That I know we shall solve that.
Okay. Thank you.
And finally, take us through the recovery method.
Recovery.
Yes.
Recovery. I hear we are supposed to have started in after 2 years, but I heard. Okay, I'm not sure about that, but I heard that at least they were given kind of 3 years. Yeah, but still, in that period, it is just enough to come out of that. Okay, like to be selling for yourself now, to be selling, and you have generated profits.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching Lango News Channel. Please subscribe for more updates.